You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go there. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that, and y'all gonna see on that Netflix friendship. So you don't get the real of him. This DVD gets to the mama.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there has been having a good day. Y'all, we're back with another video. It's been rainy all day. I don't know if you can see the sun right here on my ear. The sun is starting to come out. My favorite time to go run or hike the mountain is after a nice good rainstorm. So I'm gonna do this reaction, then I'm gonna get out there and go on a nice run, y'all. So I ain't gonna sit here and talk you guys' ears off because my lady's about to be getting out of work here in about 3 hours. I gotta do a video, I gotta edit it, gotta upload it, gotta go hike, and gotta get dinner ready, y'all. So here, enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
So one of the promises Trump made to us was that once he's elected, he will end the war within 24 hours. Well, guess what? He won the election, and within 24 hours, Hamas calls for an immediate end to war after Trump election win. We told you guys, all these countries around the world, they didn't respect us. Once they saw the Afghanistan pullout failure, they knew that they could do whatever they wanted. They saw weakness, they saw blood in the water. But now that the big boys are back, now that the real man is back, Donald J. Trump, everyone's going to start calling for peace. Promises made, promises kept. Within 24 hours, Trump has ended the Hamas-Israel war. Now, when he's in office, let's see if he can end the Ukraine-Russia war within 24 hours. So thank you, Trump. Peace through strength. God bless Trump.
You know, real quick, when I saw this, I said, you know, let me Google it. Let me see. Now, I didn't go deep into it. I just, you know, when you Google, the first top 10 Twitter X posts pop up, and a lot of them were saying all those wars, they want peace. Biden's trying to get the war to stop over there. So he's probably going to stop it and get the credit for it. But we know the truth, y'all. And if he does, shame on him. He's had these 4 years to end that war, and he's been letting it go on, giving them billions and billions and billions of dollars. And just because Trump won, now Biden's going to end the war. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Stick around for the end, too, because I got something to tell you guys about this algorithm that has suddenly gone back to normal after the election.
Also, another crazy thing about Amazon is all these robots will squish you if you go on that floor. If I go on that floor, they go fucking fast, and that little in between that crevice, you'll get fucking squished. See, look, there's one coming. That one's kind of going slow because it's trying to turn. It's going to this. It's going to this guy's station.
Man, warehouse has changed.
Right now, I'm just showing. But if you go on that thing without having this special vest on that those robots can see you, you'll get squished by them. And yo, damn, these motherfuckers are heavy. Heavy.
What about the Sinai Bible? 14,000 differences between the Sinai Bible and the King James Version of the Bible. The King James Version of the Bible is much newer, and it was written by King James. I mean, the guy was number one, okay? No. His number one book isn't the Bible. His number one book is his satanic book, is his number one book. His demonic book and witchcraft books are better, sell better than the Bible. So you're talking about a person into demonism and witchcraft is the person that orchestrated the King James Version of the Bible. It's just like, come on. I mean, we got to do better research. We have to know. And there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that doesn't even exist, like hell was added by Rome. The rapture was added by James Darby. And just so many things that have been added to the biblical text.
What did moms across America find after testing Chick-fil-A sandwiches?
We found an aviary contraceptive in them, narcobazine, in Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And so we are extremely concerned about people who have been eating Chick-fil-A because we know it's quite addictive.
So not only aviary contraceptives in there, but they just brought back antibiotic chicken.
So after we put out that information that we found an aviary contraceptive, they took away the phrase that they have, which is no antibiotics ever. They took it down off their website and they put up no antibiotics important for human health.
Yeah, so in case you were wondering, Morning Joe, they had a totally normal reaction to Kamala Harris losing to President Trump. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. They flipped out, started yelling at minorities. Watch this clip.
I just say really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups. And so, you and I have talked about this before. A lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Right.
A lot
and
of
with other Hispanics. You got some
exactly.
that don't like
You know, my opinion had nothing to do with her being a woman of color, a woman at all. Because I think if Joe Biden was in there, if Joe Biden had a hell of a debate, that first debate or second debate, I don't remember what it was, I think it was the first one. He came out and didn't slaughter Trump, but held his own, held his ground, and he stayed the candidate. I think it would have been a bigger blowout than it was with Kamala. And that has nothing to do with race, with a woman, a man. We just didn't like the job you did the past 4 years and the job you're going to be doing in the next 4 years. And we don't like the celebrities you brought out. We don't like that. It had nothing to do with race or gender. Now they're coming after the Latinos, y'all. Damn.
The nutty conspiracy theories is like, oh, there's a wood, and you're like,
saying some bad words.
That
on
sounds
these.
too.
I wonder how Rogan doesn't get. I guess because he's such a big dog in the game. But I get a lot of these clips, and I got to censor them. But they get away with saying these crazy words.
Kooky. And then you see like the Nickelodeon thing and all these. And you're like, what the fuck? How much of this is real?
There's a lot more real than I think people realize. If someone's like go for a target-rich environment,
right?
Obviously,
like that Jimmy Savile guy from the UK.
Man, that guy was
that
next level. That was next level. And the BBC tried to hide that, like, basically
of all time. Yeah, and looked like one.
He looked like one.
That's
like,
what's
honestly,
crazy.
If you had a poster of like, does this guy look like a
the creepiest
like
fucking
evil,
looking guy?
That 100%.
Made it to the grave. Like, got away with it.
Yes.
Got away with it till he died. They hid it from people until he died.
Yes.
The largest settlement ever from the Roman Catholic Church for alleged. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles has agreed to pay out, and listen to this number, $880 million to more than 1,300 people.
Now, that was a longer clip, but they said a lot of bad words. It was hard. I didn't want to miss something, but I got to put that little clip in there. $880 million in L.A., the Catholic Church paid settlements to. And those churches are still filled. Those kids still go to those churches, schools, right? You never know, y'all. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy world out there. And look, Tupac, break it down.
If the churches took half the money that they was making and gave it back to the community, we'd be all right. If they take half the buildings that they use to praise God and gave it to motherfuckers who need God, we'd be all right. We be all right. Have you seen some of these goddamn churches lately? It's ones that take up the whole block in New York. It's homeless people out here. Why ain't God letting them stay there? Why these niggas got gold ceilings and shit? Why God need gold ceilings to talk to me? Why do God need colored windows to talk to me? Why God can't come where I'm at, where he sent me? If God wanted to talk to me in a pretty spot like that, why the hell he sent me here then? What?
See why they might have got rid of him? See how he was talking? Name me one person that's talking like that. That is still walking the earth with that much influence. That much influence. I mean, there's Tupac murals all over the world. China, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. There's murals of them everywhere. Now name me somebody with that much influence talking like that. Hey, you're not allowed to.
Is going on right now. China just announced that it hopes for a peaceful coexistence with the United States and that they respect the choice of the American people. Hold on, bro. So you telling me the second that Donald Trump gets elected, all of a sudden China want to send out good favors and good conversation, when it's really been like a Cold War between us, China, and Russia for like Biden's whole term for real. And in general, of course, but yo, it was really crazy during that time. And this is the thing that I be confused about. Now, I'm not a Republican and I don't support either party, but I think people should take note that the Democrats are very war hungry. They're very blood hungry. They are constantly at odds and at wars with the superpowers across the world, bro. The Democrats are just very good at making it sound good to you. But they be doing the same thing the Republicans do. They're just way more Machiavellian. There ain't no way you telling me the second Donald Trump gets elected, all of a sudden, the other superpower in the world wants to peacefully coexist. And if that isn't feedback for you for the way that Biden ran his term and Kamala aided him, I don't know what is, bro.
So I'm not sure if y'all aware. In Philly, we just got our portal, right? And over here, you see all these people over here. Just standing there gathered around it. Lie to you not, as soon as me and my baby, my friend, came over here, I felt an immediate energy. Like literally something was just saying, get away from here. I got away from it. The energy went away. It was like a heat feeling right in my chest. And these people have been just standing there in front of the portal for the longest. I know for a fact that portal is harnessing energy. For a fact, I felt the immediate energy. Like, did you feel it too?
I did feel it. Whatever they got going on, y'all, it's demonic. Like, look.
No,
these
bro.
people have been standing in front of there for hours. And it's like, for what? Why the fuck is the portal really there, my nigga? It's like, is it just for fun? Is it just to see? And when you look at the portal, it's a scree. It's a scree of, I guess, like where the other portals are, like New York or like whatever. But like, it's weird. Like, what is the purpose? What is the purpose?
No, for real. That shit is crazy. It's been the same people standing there for a long time. And we walked away, we came back, and it's the same people. That shit is really harnessing energy. And when I came back, I felt the same exact energy that I felt. And when we walked away, it went away. That shit really harnessing energy. So
okay, so what if the white rabbit is just a code in our reality, forcing us to look beyond the veil? So we all know this concept of following the white rabbit down the rabbit hole originates with Alice in Wonderland, a novel written by a 30-year-old man to impress a 10-year-old girl that he was in love with. The earliest version was called Alice's Adventures Underground, and as we know, underground symbolizes hidden truth and what's beyond the surface. And it also represents navigating through darkness. And this symbolism goes all the way back to ancient Egypt, where a rabbit goddess was seen as a guardian to the underworld, which we can see depicted here, and it still holds that symbolism in modern day, like in Mr. Robot, Us by Jordan Peele, the TV show Utopia, even in Donnie Darko, where Frank guides Donnie on a journey into the unknown. So the white rabbit is not just a character, it's an invitation. It's a call to adventure. It's a hint that there's more to reality than what we see. Another reason that it's also associated with LSD, because it can allow us to see the unseen world. And the reason that rabbit holes are a perfect symbol for conspiracies, awakening, hidden truths, darkness underneath the surface, that rabbit holes are extremely complex, have many entryways and exits. Much like awakening, there's many different paths, which often lead people to the same conclusions. Okay, so what if our reality, our matrix, follows the same archetypal path of the hero's journey, but when the white rabbit appears on your path and invites you down the rabbit hole, it's like a choose-your-own-adventure book leading you to self-discovery, hidden truths, and journeying through darkness into the light. It's up to you to decide, how do you want to play the game of life? Okay, so I had to keep it light for this part of the series.
Please, thank you.
We are going to talk about trafficking, underground tunnels, but part 1 got deleted from TikTok and I currently have a strike on my account. So if you want to see part 1, go over to IG. Coming up, we're going to talk about tricks, the matrix, and the trickster archetype, which comes before the savior archetype.
It was an AI version of characters, Disney characters designed by me, AI, right? And until it happens to you, you really don't understand it, but it was quite disturbing. It was I'm intellectual, it was emotionally disturbing. I felt like my soul had been taken from me. It's like when other cultures say, oh, don't take my picture because you're taking away my soul. It's like there's something that's robbing you of a human. It's robbing a creative impulse away from you. You know, it's taking. All I can say is, like, I understand these other cultures when they feel like your soul is being sucked.
Look!
What is this, y'all? It was all over my TikTok. I say, you know what? I'm gonna put it on.
You need to get the boys.
Imagine if that thing just took off at the speed of light. I don't know what that is, but it was all over my TikTok. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it's legit or is it AI, but I threw it on here because it was all over.
So look, right here, this is going to be a complete history of the origins of New York. So look at the time, look at the year right here. So literally in real time, you're going to see the development of Manhattan. You see it starts from the colonial times, and then you see the city developing as the years progress. So this is an industrial revolution right here. Then it goes to the early 19th century. And as you see the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge and everything developing like right before your eyes. So you literally got a complete history of Manhattan in about maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I always thought this was fascinating as my ears pop. And literally it just fast forwarded us all the way to 09. As you can see, this is the building.
This is a terrible cameraman. You got the greatest little green screen thing going on all around you, and you're freaking filming this guy talk.
This is
I apologize.
World Trade Center being built.
One World Observatory.
This is amazing. Like, I could literally watch this over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can't get on it more than we can't get on it again.
You can. Like, once you're ready to leave here, you can dash them to come back up after.
For real? I want to get on that one.
Come this way. Just follow the line right here. Okay, so we're going.
I can't be the only one that saw this.
That was pretty
And I saw
dope.
this in the wee hours of the morning when I was still waiting for the results of the election to come in. And regardless of what side you're on, whether you're celebrating today or you're kind of like grasping at straws trying to explain why the country would go one way or the other, what I'm going to show you on the next slide is really interesting. And I want your take on it, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. Why in the world does the slide say this? And this actually showed up probably when her results were dwindling. Why would the name change from Harris to Obama? And now, if you check your Polymarket app, it still says Obama. He's not running. He wasn't running. Or was he? Go check it out and come back and let me know if it's on yours as well and what your thoughts are.
All I gotta say is shouts out, Mr. Trump. My little retirement account I put into, it did pretty good yesterday, y'all. It did pretty good.
Bad omen indeed. Y'all, this huge doomsday fish just popped up, I think, 2 days ago in Australia. And it's not just that one. These things are popping up dead all over the place. But it gets bizarre because the superstition with the Japanese is that when you see one, then a giant catastrophe is coming or a giant earthquake. But that's when they emerge from the depths being still alive. And we have much more than just that, but we'll get to that in a minute. So before we get into the supernatural things, let's look at this.
Residents in one San Diego beach may be a little anxious this morning.
Now look at this thing. A dead doomsday fish was found in the water yesterday.
So if you don't know, nature literally shows us what's coming in the way that God intends it, like bears getting in trees before Helene, or whales washing up on beaches. And with all these doomsday fish popping up and all the alien phenomena, we have things like this floating around the freaking sky. And don't you dare say SpaceX, because logistically it'd be impossible. If you look around it and its characteristics, it's impossible. It's just a rocket in space. Obviously, right? And my buddy Fitness Flat Earther literally caught this right before Milton. What is that flying through the sky? Odd, right? If you haven't been paying attention, just say so, but the whole world is full of catastrophic signs that the end is near. Floods, earthquakes, everything you can think of. And by the way, watch this area right here, because they just discovered enough lithium to meet the world supply. No reason at all, just watch.
見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ見ろ
Mira, 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 mira,
You ever seen it? He gets a glass of Flint tap water, drinks it like this, like this. Watch this.
Can I get some water? I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Usually when something isn't a stunt, you have to say
It's
that.
100% a stunt. When was the last time a president stopped a speech to ask, can I get a glass of water? Like, no, you bring a fucking water on stage with it. He did it again. Watch, he gets up to his mouth.
Generally, I have not been doing stunts here, but, you know.
Instant neurological damage.
It's a crazy portal.
It goes all the way down. Frogs.
Allergies, man.
All these frogs. Thousands. And they're all up and down. All of these frogs.
Florida.
Oh my. Yo. Why do they do stuff like this at the grocery store? 2 cases is $14. You get 24 cans. And then right next to it, a case of 24 for $13.99. Thank you for the 1 cent in savings. I'm so glad that we have both of these options. Bring back deals, please.
The elites have underground cities and tunnels all around the world. Watch this.
We actually found it. I didn't think we'd find this cave, but here it is.
These are all around the world, y'all. They're moving in secret right beneath our feet.
Who built it?
Damn, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Did you guys go down that?
Yeah. No way. Alright, so we have a choice to either keep going on this level or to go up. Or to start to go up. Whoever made the staircase knew what they were doing. Yeah. Dude, this is an elevator. Holy crap. Dude, it sounds like there's power to it or something. What?
Stay weird, y'all.
That's crazy.
What do you think they're using these secret tunnels for? Y'all let me know in the comments, and as always, stay weird.
Why are we spending billions and billions of dollars to try to drain the Russian military over a land border with Ukraine? We have zero. And the reason is BlackRock and all these companies are being promised a lot of land in the Ukraine. They're being promised Ukraine's a breadbasket of Europe. There's tons of agricultural land. A lot of it has a ton of, there's minerals.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham, Jamie probably has that quote where Lindsey Graham literally said the quiet part out loud, where he said they've got all these minerals. We can't let Putin get that money. He says, Lindsey Graham, we can't let Putin get that money. And he says it.
He's my favorite.
And he says it. And he's saying it out loud. And so a lot of people are just like, listen, and the Navalny thing happened when we had a bill that was, I think it was a $60 billion bill for the Russia-Ukraine war that wasn't incredibly popular. People were getting sick of it. And then when Navalny died, and again, I don't know who did it, but when he died, there was a renewed, you see, look how bad. Don't you see why we need this money? Look how terrible this person is. So it would have been a weird time for Putin to kill him. It wouldn't have made any sense.
Right.
Putin's aware that we have a bill on deck. There's something crazy about Putin killing him exactly at that time.
Why are bees so attracted to these ancient sites? Every one of these ancient temples I've gone to, the trees are full of beehives.
Yeah, a bunch of
See
beehives
these big
up there.
clumps in the trees. Those are beehives. 1, 2. There's many more.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
The vibrations.
So in Project 2025, they plan on essentially getting rid of the adult film industry by going and criminalizing it, which, does anybody see how badly this could go? You see, that industry acts as a sort of drug for a lot of people. That being said, you guys ever tried to go and cut somebody who has been addicted to something for years, decades even, off cold turkey? Like, that mental dependence on that doesn't just go away. It has to go somewhere. My question is, how do you think those people are going to go and try to fulfill that need? Because last I checked, I'm pretty sure that's the world's oldest profession. I genuinely fear for the women in this country.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to show you something. Like, if you can't reach back here,
look at this. Y'all know this?
Just hit them. I learned the hard way.
Look at that. Look at that. My dumb ass would be over there stacking up 40 cases of water to reach back there. You just gotta tap it. You little tap it, tap it. This is eerie, right? A little house floating in the middle of the ocean. Ain't that eerie? Look at that. Like maybe a church?
McDonald's is offering 10 chicken nuggets for $1 once a week from November 4th to December 2nd. Bro, listen, y'all, we got to stop eating McDonald's. I ain't gonna lie. They literally killing us, and they literally put documentaries out every year about McDonald's, how the fucking fries is not real potatoes, the chicken is not real chicken. Bro, it literally, they had one burger sit for 2 years, and the burger was still edible after 2 years, bro. Like, come on, bro. At some point, we got to stop eating McDonald's, bro. They literally giving it to us for free because they know we catching on, bro. McDonald's is one of the lead causes of obesity in our community, diabetes, death, bro. Like, we dying literally. McDonald's is good as hell. I ain't gonna front. It's good. It tastes good, but it's bad for you, bro. I know you feel like me. After you eat a McDonald's burger, bro, you feel like shit for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just stop eating McDonald's, bro. They giving it to us for free, bro. $1 for 10 nuggets, bro. Nasty work.
Either one of two things. One, because it's once a week. They're only doing it once a week from the date to whatever. So they're either trying to get rid of the chicken, or it says only on the app. So you have to get on that app to get that $10 or $1 deal, which means they're working slowly on getting rid of them employees. That's what, and this is going to be a big thing that a lot of people are going to use the app. What do they say when you go to the drive-thru? First thing they say, will you be using our app today? First thing they say. Now, how many more people to get that $1 nugget is going to start using it? And then they're going to be like, oh, this is a lot easier. I can just drive to the window and say, I got an order for Segovia. I'm guessing. I've never used it. And then, okay, pull to the next window and boom, you're good to go. It's already paid for and all that. And guess what? Bye, employees. This is what happens when you get robots to do your job. There's a robot driving a air conditioning van. Check it out. That's what happens. That's what happens when you let robots take over. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, Jan the jellyfish. Over here, there's a swarm. Allá, sí, hay mucho. Sabina said there's big ones over there.
So Travis Scott
had
another incident at one of his concerts. I'm looking at this in real time. I don't know exactly the date that this transpired. Well, I'm going to just ask randomly, like, is he a demon or something? And I said yes. He is an energy siphoning demon, and his concerts are rituals. And it siphons energy from people beyond, without their knowledge. Look at his shirt. He did it again. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Look. I'm watching this right now, y'all.
What's interesting is this very, on the heels of this, there have been settlements in these lawsuits. Yes, reportedly settled more than 100 of the lawsuits that were filed that Travis has settled with the plaintiffs in those civil lawsuits. So there are still more, and there's still more to come. But as he's taking steps to move past everything that happened at Astroworld, you're seeing something very similar, right? Thankfully, without any fatalities, but something similar playing out, right?
Hey girl, hey! I said that's my mutual! Hey girl!
Northwest side.
There it goes.
A7HEG, W7WFP. Oh, now we've got an eruption down here. Now we got a big slide coming off. The slide is coming off of the west slope.
That looks crazy.
Now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on the west side. The whole west side, northwest side is sliding down.
National correspondent Kayla Gaskins.
3 years after the deadly, messy withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, House Republicans are releasing their final report after a 2-year investigation.
This is one of the deadliest things.
Here we are in the Assyrian stairwell. Located in Building 7, one of the first structures put up when RIT made the move from downtown Rochester to suburban Henrietta. The stairwell, designed by Filipino architect Rafael Nelson of Uganda, was built in 1968 and has been wowing RIT students ever since.
The slowest damn person to walk up the stairs for the video.
Rosie! What are you doing here?
Like a
There's
scary
a
movie.
card game called Illuminati. Oh, the Illuminati card game? Game of conspiracy theories that's predicting everything in the future, and it was made in 1994.
Yeah, one of the cards was the 9/11.
Yeah.
There's other ones like they predicted Donald Trump.
Yeah.
They predicted the pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah. The market distribution, like how it's going up and down right now. And the
They predicted
craziest,
that too?
Yes. And the craziest one, like, is the World War III. It has a card, World War III, fam.
It says World War III.
Yeah. It's not coincidence, it's plans. Yeah, you can say you can follow trends, but okay, say something like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You remember in the Capitol, when they raided the Capitol?
Mhm.
How would someone off a trend predict the lady with a Brazilian flag? The exact same lady. It's like, okay, so who is the writer of Simpsons? Like, how would he know? And how would he follow a trend to predict that shit?
We can predict stuff that didn't happen just by having imagination that's kind of on that frequency. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but this was predicted back then, though.
I bet you can find that game on eBay, brand new, sealed. Probably a lot of money. But I think the craziest one was the 9/11 one, not the World War III one, because it hasn't happened yet. So, but the 9/11 one, that was to a T. And the quarantine one.
The video you're about to watch is my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. I'm convinced now more than ever that the people in Nickelodeon were dropping hints. Check this out. Quick recap for the people that won't know what I'm talking about. I made a video back in May about P. Diddy Nickelodeon, an episode called Escape from Unwish Island, referencing a particular island. You can go watch this video because I'm not going to explain the whole thing. It's a lot. But there are lockers that name certain people, such as P. Diddy, Disney, Dr. Ruth of all people should never be in a children's cartoon. I don't even know what that's about. Well, I mean, I do, but the hints they were dropping when this cartoon aired in 2005, I think are undeniable. Teen Turtle got my attention so hard, and let me tell you why. and I'm going to get to who I think this is. Teen Turtle was singular, and I'm like, they had to have been talking about one in particular person.
The Beeps?
Oh my gosh, before we get to the Teen Turtle, let's not forget about Kid and Play being on lockers in a cartoon with P. Diddy. I mean, house parties. Shh. Coincidences? Hints? Maybe it's nothing. The Teen Turtle. I'm going to give you some clues. You tell me if you can guess who this is. They voiced Donatello in the 90s at the age of 12. Now as an adult are very vocal about their SA as a child actor in Hollywood. Did you guess it? None other than Corey Feldman.
I've been reading about that Nickelodeon guy.
Yeah,
That,
Dan.
I don't know what his name is.
The guy
But
from
isn't there some
Head
guy
of the
named
Class,
like
Head of the Class.
Hawk, or the guy that was the dialogue coach?
Oh, yeah, Brian Peck.
Yeah.
So there's Dan Schneider and Brian Peck
I heard
and Marty
Dan
Weiss.
Schneider.
Marty Weiss was also part of my documentary. So we basically revealed all these names in the documentary. Everybody was like, we need the names, we need the names. All of these names were in the documentary. Brian Peck, he's been at it for years and years, keeps getting, break after break after break, even though he's convicted, just like Marty Weiss. They're and they somehow still get
You said a bad
jobs
word.
on Hollywood sets with kids. How's that happening? Why?
When it was happening, your parents didn't know or didn't.
My parents put me in the car with both. Abused me.
Do you have any?
Officer.
You know what Dagon is? Look at the church. They're worshiping a god named Dagon. It's right there in front of you if you just look at the church.
I think you'll have to explain that.
A Phoenician, Canaanite, ancient god that came out of the sea, and he did all kinds of miracles and strange things he knew and taught men how to live and how to grow food, and then he would go back into the ocean at night.
That's a myth, right?
It's an ancient religion, the Phoenician Canaanite religion. I didn't say it actually happened, I'm just saying that's what they believe.
They probably wouldn't know that.
No, nobody knows anything about Dagon, and nobody cares. Why? Because it's just a church, so we go to church and we feel good, and we have all our friends there. Nobody reads anything, nobody cares. You just do what you do because they were born into it. Dagon is the god of Catholicism.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, but this is how they hide everything. So if you want to understand what you are, where we are, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
They found out that boxer that won a gold medal in the Olympics is actually a man.
No.
Yeah,
that's
the one
not
that
shocking.
everyone was complaining was a biological male. Like,
Yeah.
you piece of shit.
Yeah.
They have a medical condition. No. Has a micro penis.
Yeah.
Internal testicles.
Right.
Went through male puberty. Biological male.
Yeah.
XY chromosome. Whole deal. Won a
it's-
gold medal in the women's Olympics in boxing.
It's so crazy to me, and I think the biggest problem is the donor class, because the donor class of the Democratic Party and like Republican Party, you either have people that are business owners that are donating because of business interests, or you have radicals that are donating because they are a radical activist that wants something that the American public thinks is crazy.
Right.
And biological men competing in women's sports is something most people think is crazy. And 13-year-olds getting puberty blocking hormones, 11-year-old, all that stuff. Most people think it's crazy, but they have to just kowtow to this donor base that is maniacal.
Maniacal
and insane.
Yeah.
There's the moon. But look at the trees. Don't they seem like they have faces? I see like 5 faces in the trees. Wow. What do you guys think?
They look like faces, but I remember when I was growing up at our house back in the day, the house that I used to feel like a hand was holding my head down when I would sleep. From our front porch on the bench, there's a car wash. Now there's like buildings there, so you can't see it. But back then it was just a dirt field, and the car wash was across the street on Van Buren. And that old school car wash sign is still there, and that tree's still there. That tree used to freak me out from my porch because it looked like a dinosaur. I used to always just sit there and stare at it when I was little, when I sat on my porch, because it looked like a dinosaur, like a legit dinosaur. Do you guys have any memories of trees with faces and this freaking annoying? I'm sorry, y'all. I got to get some curtains in here.
Well. If I'm guilty was a motherfucker in the dictionary, this man right here, Ashton Kutcher, would represent it very well. Really, bro, you've had it with Hollywood. That's the best kind of cover-up you could do to try to get out of this Diddy scandal. And on top of that, you're moving to Europe. And upon research that I've done, some countries in Europe don't even extradite you to the United States if you're guilty of crimes. How about that? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Take a look at this photo of Kim Kardashian. And what do you notice about this photo? There is something strange going on here. And if you know what she is proudly showcasing in this photo. I see it. Do you see it? Because these people constantly have to show you truth in plain sight. They constantly have to show you exactly what they are about over and over and over again. And Kim Kardashian is no different. Again, I'm just showing a photo of Kim Kardashian. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, is showing a photo of Kim Kardashian. But maybe I'm just being a little too paranoid. Maybe I'm being too much of a conspiracy theorist. Or maybe, just maybe, there is something more going on here. What do you all think about this? Again, maybe I'm just being too much of a conspiracy theorist. Or maybe, just maybe, there is something more strange going on here.
When you call 911, it starts recording you like while it's ringing before the person picks up. So
that's
Alex
good.
Murdaugh, the dad, I think his name is Alex Murdaugh, Mr. Murdaugh, whatever. But he hired some people to like his wife and son, and he like calls. He's like, my wife and my son have been shot and everything. They play the beginning of before it calls, and he's just like not saying anything, and then suddenly he jumps into panic.
Oh, wow.
So like you should have like a sense, a normal person would be having like a sense of panic.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Like,
if you're
come on,
listening to this,
pick up. Like, I don't know. It makes you kind of realize if you're ever called 911, you need to be like talking.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like perceived as like a cold-blooded person just being like.
Okay, you see, now that should be a secret.
Too late. Sonic.
Hey y'all, Gentleman 2 of Crime. Looky. What do we have here? The hammer of justice is coming. Do y'all remember Pizzagate?
2020.
This
baby.
dude right
Good
here,
times.
Slade Summer, said that Pizzagate was not factual, was not true. Then he got arrested for what you see there. See? Do you see that? It's coming out, y'all.
Arin little month at age. I don't want to say the word because you got to be careful on YouTube. That is crazy.
It's coming out. Justice is coming.
People are saying that if a celebrity comes out and dyes their hair pink, so like, you know how like if they go blonde, that's how you know like they're
in the creativity mode.
Yeah, creativity mode,
that's
right?
a different theory.
So pink is actually they're at their peak, or they just got out of their peak depression state.
Oh,
yeah. So in the Yummy, I always talk about this. In the Yummy video, that was when Justin was at his most depressed state.
That's
That's when we had the pink hair in the video.
Who else went through this? Rihanna. She got by Chris Brown.
Yeah.
I think later on she went to do the pink hair.
Oh, damn.
And then Demi Lovato and Katy Perry, they were all open in interviews about being depressed.
Yeah.
They all had pink hair phases.
Yo, and Kanye.
Kanye had the same thing. And look, everyone's sitting out there trying to mix and match, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people who are associated with Diddy, like Kylie Jenner, Jaden Smith.
Champion hair too.
They all had pink hair waves.
Damn.
Yeah. That's like the whole thing is like.
That makes sense because it really could just be like a coded thing.
Yeah. Because pink is like the loudest. It's like, I need some attention on me, except I don't want to tell you.
But also it could look nice. You know what I mean? Like it could look nice.
This is all just theory.
You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go there. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that, and y'all gonna see on that Netflix friendship. So you don't get the real of him. This DVD gets to the mama. The fucking satanic behind all this shit. It's her. She just ain't no, she the devil, bro. That's how I see it. She the devil. Janice Combs is the fucking devil. That bitch got everybody money. Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck what she talk about. Yeah, you go out there and tell me. Seeing her defend Diddy is like, sit your ass down. You the worst person. You the wrong one. So you got somebody that you like. That's like R. Kelly coming to talk it up for you. Like, shut up. We don't need you. No, Diddy innocent. Let's shut up, Kelly. Not right now. That's her. Shut your ass up. You the reason a man like he is.
Do you think the mob still exists?
100%.
Just not as powerful.
They probably have learned from their mistakes. Like the problem with the way John Gotti did it. People think about the mob, they think of John Gotti, walking around those expensive suits and shit. The problem with that is like, he was in front of everybody's face. Like everybody knew it. Whereas like Vincent the Chin Gigante, he would walk around in a bathrobe like he was crazy. And he would talk to himself. He'd walk around the neighborhood like he was schizophrenic. And that was his hustle. That's how he would like, they would say.
Why is that our stereotype? I ain't walking down no damn street talking to myself. I'm about to go run a mountain, listen to some David Goggins, baby. The propaganda they put out with it.
He's running the mob. Like, this crazy guy walking around like talking to himself.
And Nancy Pelosi has a little problem because her husband sold their Visa stock. They had a lot of Visa stock one day before Visa was announced that Visa is being sued by the Department of Justice. Think of that. Nancy Pelosi sold vast amounts of Visa stock one day before the big lawsuit that we all read about a few days ago was brought against Visa. You think it was luck? I don't think. She should be prosecuted. Nancy Pelosi should be prosecuted for that. And she said,
you know why she should be? Because you know if it was Trump, they'd be prosecuting him.
There are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah, so we signed it that night. We didn't let her leave the office. Really? The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m. Wow. That day, I was absolutely certain.
And she was what, 17 years old at that point?
16.
16.
And I tell her, there's no way out of this office. I signed her that day.
Wow.
Dad, I know I promised you I'm going to give you my first Grammy, but we might have to fight for this one.
She said she want to thank everybody for her first Grammy.
Anyway, I'd like to thank Jay-Z for being a part of this record with me.
She like to thank Jigga Man for being the greatest in the world.
Ellen Reed, Steve.
Look at him. He ain't joking when he's saying these things. Look at him. He's looking at her like.
Bartles, Tata, Jay Brown, Karen Kwok for finding this amazing record. Tricky, Dream for writing.
I've never seen this before. First time.
What do you think it is? People say it's displacement from the hurricane, but we're just in Costa Maya, so if these birds wanted to land, they would have stayed there. You know?
So, do y'all normally see this many flying around at night? Like
the birds are dying while flying and falling on the ship. So basically, this guy just fell down. Yeah. What were you saying? That was everything. It's all in there too. They don't.
But it's crazy because not many of them float there.
I've never been on a cruise. I got a lot of comments from you guys saying not the best experience, but I want to try it just to go out there at night and see how crazy it is to be in outer space. Same thing. You jump off of that, you might as well as go jump out in space.
It's the moth too. But the moth
Be space, right? But you get the point I'm saying. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Or birds probably exhausted from flying out there.
Crazy. Very. Oh my God.
Dang, all those moths. That's crazy that's still in the middle of the ocean.
Because this is my first time in this cruise. I've never been like this.
The guy, he said he's never seen this before. He works here.
Me too also.
You work here?
Yeah, but I never see like this before.
Seen like
yes.
Yeah. It's got the opposite way. What's even weirder is that they die flying. They die flying.
They're just
I wonder if they're not having a heart attack flying. I don't think it makes sense.
But what about the moths?
That's true.
They shouldn't be dying.
Look at this. All these birds.
It's crazy. Middle of the ocean. Some birds, some moths. I've never been in the middle of the ocean, so I don't know if that's normal. Seagulls or whatever flying out there, but
He's just hanging out. He's crazy looking. Right?
I've been like knee deep in the ocean. That's it. Pacific. That's it.
He's not doing okay.
No. He's seasick.
That's a good sparkling right there, baby. I'm ready to get some.
Attention, inside and outside areas. The winner of the 2024 presidential election is Donald J. Trump.
Let's go!
Did you know you shouldn't actually have a mattress, a welcome mattress going into your house, specifically the welcome ones?
Why?
Because that's literally.
Now this is AI. Can you guys catch that? I've had a comment when I talked about this. Somebody said to go a little deeper into it. Not going to go deep into it, but this is AI right here. This ain't really him talking.
That's a welcome sign for all that, either a demon, a spirit, or bad energy to come into your house.
But I believe
like
this.
Anything is welcome now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 things I learned from a person that studies from feng shui, right?
Yeah.
So you're not allowed, you shouldn't have a mat with a name on it. So like your family name house, and it says on a mat. So it shouldn't say your name, because if people come in and step on it, it's kind of like a negative energy. They're disgracing, right? And there's another one where you can't have like go away, because it's like already negative energy, right? So whenever people see that go away and they come into your house, already it's negative energy filling through the house.
Yep, I believe that. You know, I used to do deliveries with Spark, and I would see some doormats, and I'm like that's so, like, why are you gonna put that on your doormat? And I used to have a welcome sign, and I remember I got rid of it. I had a hello sign. Now on the new house, the one I got it's just like a round one, you know, with a bunch of cool looking little designs and rocks on it. No words, no nothing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. It was a good one. I had fun doing it today. The algorithm, y'all. I've been taking punches, and I'm still getting the same amount of likes, maybe a little less because less people are watching it, but I'm still getting like 600 to 700 likes on a video. I would have like 20,000 view videos with 800 likes. So I'm like, I'm getting 600, but I'm only getting 4,000 or 5,000 views. And then the day of the election, I didn't get paid. Usually I get paid every day at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I didn't get paid until like the middle of the night. So when I wasn't getting paid, it was like 7 o'clock. I'm like, I haven't got paid yet. That's kind of weird. It hit me like, I wonder if it's the freaking election. Why my videos? I'm getting likes. YouTube's just not pushing my video out. It's not recommending my video to people. So I was wondering, and then boom. Yesterday, the day after the election, my videos have been performing because on YouTube it gives you your top 10, you know, from your last videos. That's what it compares your current video to your last top 10. So it'll place it 1 out of 10, you know, 4 or 5 out of 10. My past 3 or 4 videos have been performing 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and that never happens. That never happens unless I change subjects and go react to a Joe Rogan 15-minute clip. It'll perform 10 out of 10. Yesterday, day after the election, it's been 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Yesterday, 4 out of 10. Election, y'all. That's why YouTube was censoring. I wonder if a lot of these TikTokers, reactors were, you know, going through this too, because I know I was. But looks like we're back on track. It's back to looking good. It's back to being fun, because sometimes it gets nerve-wracking because this is what I want to do for a living. And you know, when your videos are performing 10 out of 10, it's like, damn. But you always got to remember to stay patient, and usually by the end of the month everything always works out. But anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I gotta go run, y'all. I don't listen to music no more when I run. I put on a David Goggins clip, I put on a Jocko clip, I put on a Joe Rogan clip, I put on somebody talking about running, a trail runner. What's her name? The girl that, I forgot her name, but she runs like 300 miles. I keep wanting to say Candace Owens, but it's not Candace Owens. I forgot her name. Courtney Dauwalter. Love Courtney Dauwalter. I love running to her videos. But that's what I'm about to do, y'all. I'm about to go out there, get after it. I'm trying to get my old mindset back that I used to have in Arizona, because I used to run every day. Trying to get it back out here. We're getting there, y'all. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. Hope you guys enjoyed that little rant. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Later.